Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. Just caught a little bit of Fox News and they're talking about the Asia Air, the Airbus. And what they're now saying is that the speculation is that the airplane tried to climb too fast and stalled. Okay. Well, first of all, how would they know that? And if the airplane stalls, why couldn't the pilot recover from a stall? One of the first things we're taught just before we earn our pilot's license is stall recovery, both on an approach to an airport as well as in the landing configuration when the aircraft's all dirty, which means the flaps are down, the gear's down, etc. And I'm going to attach a little link that talks about the stall recovery of an Airbus 320. And it's pretty much no different than the stall recovery of any other aircraft. You have to change the angle of attack to regain lift. So what you have to do is you push the nose forward. As you push the nose forward, the airplane picks up speed. As it picks up speed, you regain lift. Once you regain lift, you go wings level. So, that's how you recover from a stall. You also add power, which is one of the first things that we're taught to do. It makes no sense when the talking heads talk and they don't know what they're talking about. They also told us earlier on that the captain asked for flight level 38, wanted to go 38,000 feet, because where he was at, there was an awful lot of cloud coverage and a lot of turbulence. Well, we later found out that the cloud coverage went to 45,000 feet, so that wouldn't have done him any good. But we were told that his request was denied. And now we're told that he was asked to stand by. Well, which one is it? The captain of an airliner or the captain of a Cessna is the captain. He's what's called the PIC, the pilot in command. He is the final, or she is the final authority. And in an emergency, you can tell ATC to go stuff it. You have to do whatever you have to do to survive, and if you're flying a transport, to have your passengers survive as well. Air traffic control is there to provide separation, period. What I didn't know, what most of you might not know, is that air traffic control is only responsible for airplanes where? On the ground. They're not responsible for airplanes in the air. They're there to be of service by advising air traffic separation. The only time, again, they're responsible is for planes on the ground. One of the airplanes that I was learning to fly was a twin-engine Duchess, a BE-76. And prior to my check ride, the airplane crashed at Carlsbad Airport in Southern California. A 21-year-old stewardess was learning how to fly the aircraft. And her instructor was relatively young as well, if I recall. They took off on runway 24, heading out towards the ocean. They turned right crosswind for a right downwind, which meant they were going to run parallel to the runway on a departure route. Well, there was a Mooney that came in over the ocean doing a left downwind. Pattern at that airport is 1,400 feet. Neither airport reported their position. And what you're supposed to do is you go Bonanza 1807 Lima straight out departure, runway 24, or Bonanza 1807 Lima, right crosswind for a right downwind. Now, what that would have done is that would have alerted anyone in the vicinity that an aircraft was going to take off on runway 24, going to make a right crosswind for a right downwind. The Mooney coming over the ocean should have said, Mooney 2504, or whatever its designation was, approaching runway 24 on a 45 from the ocean to a right downwind or a left downwind, whatever he wanted to do. But the point is, neither one was communicating. And when neither one was communicating, they ended up hitting at pattern. 3 people died. I never got to do my check ride. When that accident occurred, I thought that the tower controller was going to be in deep doo-doo, and they had real good controllers at that airport. Well, they have them everywhere. And I actually called the agency where I rent the airplanes from, and I said, what the heck happened? I said, the tower is going to be in real doo-doo. No, they're not, I was told. And I didn't know this, and I've been flying for a number of years at that point. The tower is only responsible for aircraft on the ground. The pilots are responsible for what happens when they're flying. So, again, people say things and they don't know what they're saying, and I think it's wrong. These people aren't pilots. They're talking heads. And some of their experts don't seem to know what they're talking about either. I told you what I think. Go do your own Googling. Look at the stall recovery of an Airbus 320. And again, I will attach the link. I hope you found this video to be somewhat informative. And by the way, Happy New Year.